Welcome everybody to More Nerds Than Mics. My name's Kevin. I'm one of your hosts today. To my left, we're going to start introducing everybody.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Josh.
I'm Keimon.
I'm Matt. And I'm Jake. I'll be a recurring special guest here.
Maybe a one-time special guest. You never know. You never know with these things.
You really hate me that much, don't you?
I can neither confirm nor deny that question.
Kevin hates everybody.
I hate everyone. I'm a pessimist. It's true. Anyway, this is a podcast about, us talking about our nerd things and what basically, being in pop culture, I can't speak at all. Everything about pop culture that we've been through the past week. So, it goes to comics, shows, movies, books, stuff like that. Does anyone want to start with something that they got this week? Something to highlight?
I bought Overwatch this week. It's a video game. It's alright. It's pretty good. I wasn't really expecting anything magical from a first-person shooter, and it is basically just TF2. But it's pretty fun, and I suck at it. So if any of you guys have Overwatch,
I have Overwatch.
do you have it on PC?
No.
Okay, then we can't play.
Who's your favorite character, though?
Reaper. I'm a Reaper guy.
Good.
Diva and Lucio.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it was kind of like a first-person shooter of League of Legends, kind of?
Kind of. It's like, it's got a lot of TF2 elements, and it's got a lot of RTS elements that like something like League of Legends would have. But what I like to describe it as is like basically your average first, and Matt's getting really into that game. It's like your average first-person shooter, but slightly more complicated. That's basically all it is. It's fun.
I like the character designs in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the graphics definitely the art style definitely looks great to me. Like, I haven't played it yet, but I saw some trailers.
I'll say this, playing with a lot of people, it gets really heated, like,
It does.
gets crazy, and half time I have no idea what's going on in any of the fights.
Yeah, it's a very fast-paced.
So you heard Josh earlier say that Matt's getting really into the game. He's talking about the football game that Matt's watching because he's not a real nerd.
Yeah, he's wearing a football jersey to a nerd podcast. What the hell?
He's watching the NFL on mute right now because he really needs to watch this. He couldn't just look up the score later and watch the highlights on YouTube.
Right. I've been waiting 9 months. I've been waiting 9 months for this one
Just
moment
like a baby.
of that guy standing there panting like a dog.
I've been waiting, 15 years for Incredibles 2, but you don't see me, waiting next to the TV.
Well, I don't think anyone really wanted Incredibles 2.
I do.
I
wanted
want
that.
Incredibles 2.
I wanted it so bad.
2017.
That was
And-
2019.
And Brad Bird is
It's
writing
2019.
No!
It's 2019.
God damn it.
You gotta wait 15
I'm pushing
years.
kids out the way to go see it.
No, Brad Bird, who wrote and directed the first Incredibles movies, is writing this one because he technically owned the right to the character, so Disney couldn't make one without his permission.
Yeah, that's good because I wouldn't want it written by anybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Best Fantastic Four movie we've ever had.
R.I.P. Michael B. Jordan.
I think it's the only good Fantastic Four movie we've had, but that's,
Galactus Cloud, anyone?
I like the first one.
The 2005 one was decent-ish.
The 1980s,
Could have been better.
Could have been better.
The first 1980 one was not that bad.
Hey, can we all agree, though, in the new one, Dr. Doom's part, was when he blew up heads, was at least decent?
It's blowing up heads.
Oh, Keimon, you actually raised your hand when I said who wants to introduce their stuff this week, so...
Yeah, a few weeks ago, I purchased a comic called Zombies versus...
I'm going to
Fanboys.
make sure that this is still recording. Alright,
Oh,
then I'm going to change the setting on this. Go ahead, Keimon, keep going.
Yeah, I was watching Zombies versus Fanboys and not watching, reading. And it was entertaining. The first one. The second one, it was meh. But it's different.
So, wait, what is it about?
It's like a group of kids go to Comic-Con. Well, not kids, grown people. Go to Comic-Con and there's these chili dogs that turn people into zombies. I know. stay with me. It's because they changed the chemicals inside the hot dogs, so it's like human meat mixed in. So, I don't know. And so all these people from all over Comic-Con start turning into zombies. and they end up fighting them with all these plastic weapons and stuff.
That sounds like a better movie than Wolfcop.
I still haven't seen Wolfcop.
Which we'll talk about Wolfcop later, guys. So.
Spoiler alert, furry penises.
I'll
We'll get into that later.
all
And
you
much
furries
later.
out
The
there.
only kind of penis you need.
Yeah, I guess I can go next. So what I've been watched over the week, I saw Cubo and the Two Strings on Monday.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I love the animate. What?
You left me.
No, you weren't even there. I was back at my hometown.
Could have brought me.
You were down here. Anyways, no, Cubo and the Two Strings, the animation was beautiful. Like, it's just from the same people who made Coraline and Paranorman, but I love this movie way more than either of those two.
Yeah, I love both of them.
I love Coraline. I didn't care for Paranorman.
I like Paranorman.
I like
Coraline's better.
Coraline's better. Like, we can all agree that Coraline's better than Paranorman.
I've always been a Neil
Paranorman
Gaiman
is
fan, and he wrote the book.
Stereotypical Tim Burton stuff.
Even though it's not made by Tim Burton. He just
Yeah, Tim
produced it.
Burton style. Like, you could tell if he's involved in anything at all, just by the tone of the film.
Mhm.
Which I love. I love Tim Burton and the tone of his films.
Oh yeah,
Like,
definitely.
He's got some weird films.
yeah. And he's got a weird, like, because he was with Helena Bonham Carter. They're not anymore, but he had this weird fetish where he always liked to put her and Johnny Depp into really weird romantic situations in all of his films.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows, Sweeney Todd. you
Dark
know?
Shadows is a weird movie.
So wait, how?
So yeah, Cubo and the Two Strings. So the animation, so it's clay animated stop motion, which was like very well done. Like I was amazed at how smooth the animation was. It's like sometimes it looked like it was like, oh, that might be CGI, just looked like clay animation, but no, it was actually legitimate stop motion animation.
Oh shit.
And the water, I don't know how they did it. I'm pretty sure the water might be CGI.
Yeah.
I think there was like I saw some things where like, okay, I think that thing in the background might be CGI.
Mhm.
But like it just blended so well together. It was just visually amazing, and the story itself was like it definitely paid homage to like traditional Japanese stories. Like if you watch enough anime, you kind of know where it's going to be heading. But like the execution is so well done that I just love it.
I'll have to see that. Stop motion films in general are really impressive. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. Wes Anderson never disappoints me. Well, I mean, he did one time.
And as far as comics go, like yesterday I just caught up with Spider-Man 2099 series. If you guys are not familiar with that, is it this Spider-Man from the year 2099 named Miguel O'Hara? So he's got like different power sets than Peter Parker. So like he has biological webbing instead of web shooters. He's got talons that come out of his fingertips, so he can climb on walls. So he's a very interesting character. So like right now, it's tying into the Civil War II story that's going on right now. So like he has to go travel to 2099 to find the future Captain America to make sure she's safe, because there's like I'm not sure how familiar you guys with the Civil War II storyline with Ulysses, like being the Inhuman able to see the future. Like he saw a vision of like the future Captain America being in trouble. So like now Spider-Man's going to go after looking for her. But yeah, that's the only comic I read this week, and I just read a little bit more of Summer Night by Jim Butcher, which I'm like
Jim Butcher's a fantastic author.
Oh, yeah. Dresden Files is great. But yeah,
Dresden Files.
70% through the fourth book out of 15.
That show just made me so sad.
I saw the pilot. It was okay.
My grandma got it for me on DVD for Christmas one year because she knew I really liked the books, and I watched it, and I just didn't like it at all.
I got the DVD set for like $3.99.
Yeah, it's really cheap. There's only like 6 episodes.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
know
can
it got
find
canceled
the
partway through the
extended
season.
pilot on YouTube, which was
Okay.
better than the one that they had on the disc.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
Alright, I guess I will. Movie I saw, and people are gonna hate me for this, but I saw Suicide Squad.
Woo!
I loved it.
I love Suicide Squad.
Same.
Oh wait, people
I
like this?
I didn't like it.
It's okay.
See, this is my problem. People don't like this movie. I don't know why.
It's okay.
I mean,
Yes.
like,
I mean, I have my reasons, and you have your reasons.
I can see why people didn't like it, but personally, it was one of my favorite movies released this year.
Thank you.
Probably because I love all the characters so much, and all the actors did such a great job capturing these characters, especially Will Smith and whatever her name,
Robbie.
Margot Robbie, even El Diablo. Like Like, his backstory was, like, probably my favorite.
It was actually very well executed, even though like he didn't have much screen time, but it was like just enough the way it was done to make you feel for the character.
Yeah, I think it would have been a better film if they went up against something that was different.
I
I
agree
agree
with that because I'm like, okay, that was a bit too like more second, third mission, rather than first mission. Hey, let's go blow everything up.
I feel like it would have been cooler if they went like if they had to go up against like a secret terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Like, because apparently I haven't read Suicide Squad really, but apparently they don't really deal with world-ending scenarios. It's more like it really is more like underground terrorist attacks.
Suicide Squad versus ISIS.
Pretty much.
I feel like it's a little too political.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
But yeah,
But honestly,
Movies are made to escape from reality,
Yeah.
not like bring shove reality in our faces.
in all honesty, I did love the movie. I loved everything about it. I just really, really wish Joker had a little more screen time and that it had been rated R.
I definitely agree
wish-
that it would have benefited from the R rating.
I wish Jared Leto had not been the Joker. They could have found someone better.
I like Jared Leto Joker.
I thought his performance was a little embarrassing.
It was.
In terms of Heath Ledger, it wasn't like it doesn't stand up to that.
like, you
but
can't compare
I
anyone
enjoyed
to
his
that.
version of the Joker.
I mean, like
because he was a gangster.
Jared Leto's version of Joker, like you guys know, like the difference between like Golden Age, Silver Age, and Modern Age of comics.
Yeah.
So, like in the Golden Age of comics, the Joker was a crime boss, like kind of like the not Michael Keaton. Was it Michael Keaton? No,
The Michael Keaton movie
Michael Keaton movie
with Jack Nicholson.
No, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, it's kind of like the Jack Nicholson. Then you got the Silver Age, which is more like a jokester, like the '60s Batman show Joker. Yeah, we got a picture right here in Matt's room. We're recording Matt's room right now. And then like it's a little bit of a psychopath in the modern age comics, like Heath Ledger. So like I feel like Jared Leto brought like a little bit of each Joker and put them together. And I liked it. I mean, there was a couple of things I didn't care for too much, like kind of like felt like a Jim Carrey impersonation, kind of.
Yeah.
But like overall, I wasn't too bothered by it.
Have you guys seen Troll 2?
Yes.
Okay. You know the witch lady that they come across?
Yeah.
His performance vaguely reminded me of how that witch lady acted, which just bothered me the whole time I was watching it, and that's what kind of ruined it for me.
Okay,
During
so maybe if I
Suicide
watch
Squad.
Troll 2.
You don't want to.
No, yes, you do.
You do.
You do.
You do, but you don't.
It's kind of like The Room, where it's bad, but you want to watch it.
Okay, I haven't seen The Room, so.
All right, we're gonna have to have a bad movie day where you just watch all these.
We
movies.
We had movie
Me
night
and Ryan
last
were
night.
talking
You just
about
weren't
that
there.
Well, I mean, I watched none of you guys.
We watched Now You See Me 2 and Wolfcop. 2 bad movies in a row.
Whoa!
Now you see,
Triggers.
1992 was good. It was just confusing.
The first half was good. The second half just kind of like
True.
it fell apart.
True.
I didn't care for the first one, so I feel like I wouldn't.
I
quite
like-
it.
I generally
why they
like the
made a
first
second
one.
one.
I love the first one. I wouldn't say it was a good movie, but I was definitely entertained while watching it.
I mean, I could
But I
definitely
wasn't
see it
bored.
having a cult status.
Yeah.
But like, as far as like Oscar-worthy stuff.
Yeah, it's not Oscar.
It's not
No,
Oscar.
Let's not even go there.
I mean, like, if Deadpool doesn't get an Oscar, then yeah.
Deadpool should win Best Comedy. Like,
Best
that was
Comedy.
a really good comedy. Like I personally don't like R-rated comedies, but I love Deadpool.
Like,
Deadpool.
I love the movie.
I laughed more at Deadpool than I did like any other comedy release the past few years.
I loved the Deadpool movie. My only complaint with it is that Deadpool really isn't a comedy.
Yeah.
If you've read the comic, it's so much. It goes so much deeper than that movie did. It's so much darker, and the movie was still pretty dark at points. But they basically made him a comedy for the sake of gaining a screen audience, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great movie, but I wish they could. I'm hoping that Deadpool 2 goes a little deeper.
I was about to say, I think
Yeah.
they're going to go darker in the second one now that the audience kind of has a feel for the character.
Yeah.
It's a ring cable.
They're bringing cable. I'm excited for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I definitely agree that I can't, like, hopefully as the movies go on, Deadpool does get, like, a deeper storyline. Because, the first Deadpool movie, like, it's just an origin story. There's really
Right.
not much depth to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there was just enough to create some drama, and they balanced it out really well with the action and the comedy. So it was a very enjoyable movie, but yeah, I can't wait until it gets deeper into the mythology of it. Anything else, Ryan?
Well, I started Spider-Verse, which I'm enjoying very much right now.
I haven't read it yet. I've read, like, half the event, like, all the tie-ins.
I like, so
I
far,
just started getting
it's-
Spider-Man, so...
it's kind of confusing because you have like so many different Spider-Mans. You have to keep track of, okay, this one does this, but this one is bad, and this one kills people, and yeah, it's hard to keep up, especially with the Superior Spider-Man.
Have you read Superior Spider-Man?
I haven't read a lot of it.
Superior Spider-Man is a great run. It's only like 31 issues, 33 issues.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with it, and I know the concept. I just haven't read it yet.
It's really good. It's very well executed. I felt like the ending could have been.
Would I be able to just jump into it, or should I read I think there's like a precursor that you have to read first.
Yes.
Concerning Doc Ock.
So I gave you the volume.
Yeah.
Not so long ago. So that's basically like the start, really, of leading up to Superior Spider-Man.
Okay.
So like there's still like 3 other big volumes that you have to read.
Okay.
That I can let you borrow. And then you got I basically got everything that leading up to Superior Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Verse is just weird.
Yeah, I'm just getting back into comics. I was real into them as a kid, and then I just stopped. And now I'm getting back into them. Starting with Deadpool Classic, the Joe Kelly run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting into Spider-Man. I just got Batman Earth 1, which is fantastic. I haven't finished it. It's fantastic, though.
Mm-hmm. It is great. I think it's a great graphic novel.
It makes me want to read the Superman Earth 1 and Teen Titans Earth 1.
Okay, so Teen Titans Earth 1 I love. Keimon so shaking his head like, no. No, I love Teen Titans Earth 1 because it felt like a really good young adult story. Like, it definitely gave the characters, a different way of viewing the characters. And Superman Earth 1, I only read the first volume. I liked it for the most part. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely reminiscent to Man of Steel. So if you like Man of Steel, you'll like Superman Earth 1.
The recent Man of Steel movie?
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
You monster!
It was.
Does no one like DC movies?
I like DC movies.
I like them better than Marvel, but Man of Steel, I just wasn't really.
Man of Steel felt like a condensed Smallville.
I feel like Man of Steel, I liked it because it was more realistic, the most realistic Superman I've seen. Mm-hmm. Just because the fact that if Superman gets in a fight with someone as strong as him, no one is going to... That city got leveled, and it was a good thing it did, because I would not have believed it if that city was still standing after that fight.
I understand that.
But...
all the extra stuff before that.
What?
Like
his backstories and stuff?
It was really choppy.
That was good.
It was really choppy.
Yeah,
but the thing is, we already know Superman's backstory, so the fact that they put it in flashbacks, really helped, I think, with the flow of the story. Because if we had to sit through another 45 minutes of watching him grow up, I feel like that people would have been turned away from it.
Like Superman 1, like the original Superman with Christopher Reeve. We watched all that. We watched his.
That was like an hour of backstory.
Yeah, and this one, it just went, okay, we have Krypton and the whole escaping, and then it goes down and it hits Kansas, and you're like, oh, we're going to have to watch this all over again, and then it skips straight to him as adult, and just keeps flashing back occasionally. And that's what made it.
It just... And, I like that concept. I feel like the execution was a little off.
Yeah,
it felt really choppy. It didn't feel like it was a smooth transition.
Yeah, it did. Some of it did feel a little jarring.
Some of them. Yeah. Like a few of them.
Have you guys read the novelization for Man of Steel?
No.
That one was actually really good as far as novelizations go, besides all the stupid typos in it. There's a lot of typos in that novelization.
I read the Doomsday novelization, and that was fantastic, too.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, I have it back home. I can bring it back. I can bring it back here sometime.
Please do, because I did not care for the comic form of it. I felt like, because I don't really care too much for old comics.
I love the old comics though. 1960s Spider-Man is my shit.
If you guys don't like Man of Steel, did you not like Batman vs Superman?
Did you? I did not like.
I did not like.
I enjoyed Batman vs Superman.
I love Batman vs Superman.
I like
the fighting sequences.
I haven't seen the director's cut.
I watched the director's cut when I went home.
Brings it up.
It didn't do anything for me.
What?
It felt like a longer version of the movie I'd already seen.
It made it better.
Because I felt like the director's cut gave you more insight to the characters, especially Clark Kent. It became more of a Clark Kent story. Because whereas the original cut was it's Batman. It's more Batman. Clark Kent was more like a flat character. This one, you really fleshed out Clark Kent and Lois Lane, their relationship, and basically just made the fighting scenes more personal. So it felt better, even though it was pretty much the same fight scenes.
Can we at least agree that Wonder Woman was the best part of that movie?
Oh yeah.
I actually thought
that intro though when she came in.
Oh, Batfleck, that too.
Also, one of my biggest complaints is Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh
Yeah.
Every time he came on screen, I just felt like
He did.
I
It
was
didn't
annoyed.
feel like Lex Luthor. It felt like the Joker.
Okay, so
I was just irritated every time he came on screen.
True.
Like
I can
I
agree
didn't want to
he's
be on
more
there.
Jokerish in this version.
I can definitely see Jesse Eisenberg
I
as
really
the
just don't
Riddler.
like Jesse.
That would be fantastic.
That would
I
be
want to
amazing.
see that actually.
I really don't like him.
too late.
You wouldn't like him as a Riddler?
I wouldn't like him at anything.
You can't
I
get
just don't like him. He has that douchey
You'll never
face.
get Lex Luthor. You'll never get Jesse Eisenberg as
Oh yeah, because they already cast him as Lex Luthor.
But I enjoyed him. It's kind of a different take on Lex Luthor with the whole, craziness of him. But I would have preferred something along the lines of Smallville Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a really subtle type of crazy.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't
Like-
mustache twirling villain. You know what I mean? I just
So, I mean, I don't know if this is 100% true, but according to some sources I've read, Lex Luthor in the comics started off as a mad scientist, and then how he was in Batman vs Superman was actually how he was in the comics when he started out when that character was created. So then apparently a revamped version of the character was made where he lost his hair, then he became a lot more serious and more of a sociopath and then psychopath.
Yeah.
So I feel like
that's the version they tell in Smallville.
Yeah, no, and then and I feel like if you watch the director's cut of Batman vs Superman, even the regular cut of Batman vs Superman, I can tell you can kind of see that transition.
does it explain why Superman and Batman are fighting more?
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know, thinking about it the whole time, that I thought that Lex Luthor was the only one whose goal was made any sense to me. Because it's he's kind of right, and that in case Superman does go crazy, there should be something to have that
Stop.
in case he to stop him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the
Suicide
director's cut
Squad.
definitely fleshes out the plot line too. So we should all watch it at some point.
Director's cut, yes. Well, Brian has it.
I have it too.
Yeah. Let's watch
I was just kind of confused was why Batman was painted as such a bad guy in the film.
Mhm.
Because he in the first scene he's in, he busts a human trafficking ring, and then everyone pictures him as a bad guy. But
Well, I mean,
He killed people.
in the comics, the cops don't really like Batman.
Right.
From an outsider's point of view, a lot of people probably would think Batman is this crazy psycho guy.
Right. It never made sense to me why in Spider-Man the Manhattan government hates him.
It's because of J. Jonah Jameson.
Well, he wasn't in the Amazing
Spider-Man. Okay, yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man. Why is he a menace?
Yeah, it's
Well,
at
the
least
media
in the
and
first
the
Spider-Man,
Pixar
and Tobey Maguire stuff, he was never the cops were never really after him. But
right.
in Amazing Spider-Man, it was get the entire police force out on him. Dude, he stopped
I mean,
the
it's
random
just
guy
more-
from breaking into that
I
car.
think it's more the idea because that's their first superpowered person they ever came across. It's just who the F is that guy?
Yeah, it's
But
it
no
was
one
in the volume you gave me with the octopus things, right?
Yeah.
That first issue, the mayor calls them giant spiders.
Yeah,
It's all right, dude. Do you not know who Dr. Octopus is at this point? It's issue 600 something.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it was shocking to you to find out J. Jonah Jameson is the mayor now.
Yeah.
What? No. Wait. Oh yeah, because you read. You didn't read pre-Superior Spider-Man, did you? Or you didn't read. You definitely didn't read any Superior Spider-Man. But yeah, J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah. Somewhere around Amazing Spider-Man 570, somewhere around there. That's when J. Jonah Jameson became mayor.
Well, then.
Yeah. He put Spider-Man to court trying to arrest him. And he's and Spider-Man was I know why J. Jonah Jameson hates me all this time. It's because I'm black. It's one of the best jokes in comics I've ever heard.
I really want to see what his reaction to that was.
It's a great reaction, I swear. But Matt, what have you been into over the week?
Well, yesterday I read the first 2 volumes of the Smoke and Fire. That's a continuation of The Last Airbender, those comics.
Okay.
I thought they were pretty good. I love The Last Airbender. It's probably my favorite TV show ever. And I think the way that they continue it is actually really good. It makes kind of sense what they're dealing with in the world, the political issues kind of. And I would suggest read it.
Do you think they're going to use the comics to lead it more into Legend of Korra? Is it going to?
They're setting elements from that show up in there, kind of the Republic City-ish kind of.
Because I love both those shows.
Yeah.
So
Anything Equalizer? Anything with the Equalizers? The non-benders.
Oh,
Revolution.
they've been. I think they may have done something about it in the first series, maybe. I don't know, it's been a while since I read those ones, but it doesn't get to it like it does in Avatar and Korra.
Right.
Okay, fine.
You also read the first volume of Descender, right?
I did read that, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's got potential.
Mhm.
But I wish they would like explain the kind of what the Guardian, is that what they're called, the Guardians, or no, Harvesters.
Yeah.
The Harvesters, like kind of explain more about like that time period and like why people hated the robots so much. But I think obviously they probably flesh that out later.
Yeah, they probably will. I mean, I haven't read the second volume yet.
Is that published by Image?
Yes.
Okay, I love Image comics.
Yeah, I mean, their Image is hit or miss, but it's definitely it's written by Jeff Lemire, if you know who that is.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite writers. But yeah, Descender, it takes place in the far future. You got this android kid who is basically built to protect children. Like basically, you have a cyborg kid to play with your child, so that way, and he's also strong enough to protect them. But yeah, his family owners died, so then he was found by his creator, because also that android has the key inside him. It's some kind of link between him and the harvesters, which are the alien race that destroyed the planet.
Yeah,
I
guess like more like robot kind of.
It is.
Where they kind of just like come and they like just kill a bunch of people and then they leave, and nobody understands why they did it or why where they came from or anything about them. But they just guess somehow got like the kind of codex of they call it the codex. I don't know what you describe it as. But then they find a link with it between him and the main character, which is like a small child android. I mean, it's got potential. I think I was entertained.
Supposedly, there's going to be a movie in the works soon. Yeah.
Oh.
So that might be interesting.
Like live
I would
action
be.
I don't know.
I would be excited for that. I haven't read Descender. I would be excited for that because Image comics are great. If adaptations of Image comics completely ruin their source material. I was really into the Walking Dead comics from 6th grade through middle school, and then the show came out, and that first season I thought was fantastic, and then after that they started deviating way too much.
Fuck season 2.
Right.
Yes.
The end of season 1 even too, with the whole CDC, that never happened, and it wasn't good. But the comics were great. I don't know if any of you guys read those.
I read a little bit. I liked what I read, but I had to. I was checking it out from the library, so I had to give it back, and I just never got around to get into it.
It's a lot darker.
Yeah, it
is.
definitely is.
It's a lot darker. The show is very. It cycles through the same plot points. It's very formulaic. The comics are not.
Yeah, the comics is from what I was reading, it's one continuous stream.
It is.
Because I remember reading the author's note in the first volume saying I want to make this the longest stories I can make it. I'm gonna keep writing this until I die.
Right.
So
wait, Josh, have you played the Telltale game at all?
I did. I played the first season of the Telltale game.
First season amazing.
I loved it. I did like it.
I cried.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna get it. Just don't spoil anything.
I got it when it was free.
There's a lot of emotions in that first season.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Okay, since we're I want to talk about a couple trailers I've seen. I'm not sure if you guys have seen them yet. Have you guys seen either the trailers for Guardians or Max Steel?
Wait, I saw Max Steel for sure. Guardians, that's the Russian Avengers movie?
Russian Fantastic
Russian
Four.
Fantastic Four.
I have not seen those trailers.
I think you showed me the one for Guardians.
Yeah, we saw the Guardians one. That I thought was pretty good. It looks way just blown up. Think Hardcore Henry superheroes.
I can get behind that.
I can definitely get behind that. Hardcore Henry was
As for Max Steel, did you guys hear about the Disney XD TV
Okay,
show?
I've heard of the Disney XD show. It was on Netflix for a while. I didn't get to it. I put it on my list, but then they took it off.
I looked at
That was on my list too.
I looked at a couple episodes of it. I did not like it. It's way too kiddish, and that's what made me just stop watching.
Apparently, it's a reboot.
Well, it's
it
Disney
is.
XD.
It is because it used to be on Cartoon Network.
Oh, it did?
But it was totally different
Wow.
because it was let's say, it was like a doll claymation thing, and
Disney XD shows can be good if you know what you're getting into.
Tron
you have
Legacy.
Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy, yeah. So like, was it Tron Legacy? Yeah.
Tron.
Uprising.
Uprising.
Tron Uprising was so good.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I liked
mad at the kids.
Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, I like
It's
that
so
too.
good. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is.
Yeah, I expected it to be
Right.
kind of like
Trash.
Yeah,
like boring kind of thing, but then it gets.
it gets very good.
Well, I need to start that back up again. I was kind of pissed off because they canceled Clone Wars because of it.
Well, I mean, Clone Wars is a story that's we basically know it already.
Yeah.
It's between episodes 2 and 3. This is between episodes 6 and 7.
6
Oh,
and 7.
6 and 7?
You know,
Okay,
No,
I
no, no,
gotta get
3
watching
4.
this
Is
thing.
it 3 and 4? I thought it was
Yeah,
6 and
Yeah,
7.
I thought it was 3 and 4.
I thought it was 6
Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Star
like-
Wars Rebels is 6 and
It's like
7.
right before like Luke Skywalker.
No, it's after Luke
Wait.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
Well, what's the deal with the Empire? They're fighting?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Darth Vader in Rebels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
I thought it was in between 6 and 7. Though.
yeah, I thought it was in
3 and 4.
between 6 and 7
No,
for
I
some
think
reason.
so.
3 and
No.
4.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 and 4.
Okay.
We're gonna look it up, and we're gonna tell you guys the answer next week.
But yeah, I saw the trailer for the Max Steel movie. It looks okay, but it looks.
I feel like the Max Steel movie, like, because I saw the trailer too, like, it has potential, and maybe like the way the trailer was cut made it look bad.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it might actually be bad.
Yeah, like it did not look like it looked cheesy. Kind of the fighting scenes, like the actual suit for Max Steel and the monsters, they look pretty good, but just the dialogue and
The dialogue, I
it
felt
felt
like
like it's a kids movie.
the dialogue and the color palette that they used for the trailer, like, it did not match.
Yeah.
Like, definitely the color palette just made it feel like it's just going to be a movie that's trying to be serious, but it's actually not.
Not look serious at all. There's so many. Most of the trailer was just jokes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad.
So, special guest Jake,
Was good, everyone.
what did you do over the week?
Well, I finished season 1 of Arrow. I have very mixed feelings about how season 1 ended. All I gotta say is that looking forward to what happens next. The people around me are saying season 2 is the best season,
It
apparently.
is the
It's
best
the best
season,
season.
and then season 3 sucks.
Season 4 is
Okay.
brings it back.
I didn't
for-
get past season
Don't
3.
don't spoil it
first.
for me, but just tell me how many more main characters die in season 2. Just like a number.
I think just one.
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people fucking died in season 1 that I was really
Season 1
shocked.
did a lot of death.
Yeah, surprisingly, only one main character died in season 2.
Season 3.
It felt like season 2 though. It felt more like intense though than season 1.
Yeah.
Only
Definitely.
one person died. Interesting.
Looking back on that, season 3 was.
I hear season 4 kills off everybody.
Season 4 kills a lot of people as well.
Better
Pull the
not.
Torchwood.
Hmm?
Have you guys seen Torchwood?
No.
Oh, okay. It's
Torchwood's back as a comic though.
yeah, and as an audio drama through Big Finish.
Mhm.
Because I know Kevin really likes Doctor Who. I don't know if you guys are into it.
Yeah.
Big Finish is a company that does audio dramas. They get the original actors, like they have Tom Baker, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, actually still, and now David Tennant too, playing their doctors.
And
Through, like,
didn't they
radio
get
voice.
like Catherine Tate to do a few episodes too?
Yeah, they got Catherine Tate and David Tennant to do an entire season.
I want to listen to that because I
Yeah.
love the cat. I
It was
love
fantastic.
Donna as a companion. I feel like she's a great, fun companion to have.
Yeah, and Big Finish is better than the show will ever be.
Okay.
They have so much more freedom to do things
Mhm.
and to make to make it way more mature than the show actually is.
Okay.
Because it's aimed at adults and it's aimed at people who are already very familiar with the show, so they can do so much more.
Now,
It's-
is it technically canon?
it is canon.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Stephen Moffat, I don't like him, but he made Big Finish officially canon by. Did you see Night of the Doctor?
Night of the Doctor.
Yeah, it comes right before Day of the Doctor. Is that like
Yeah.
mini episode
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Paul McGann returns?
Yeah.
He mentions all of his Big Finish companions,
Mhm.
which makes it canon. So,
All right.
anyway, we were talking about Arrow, and I was making the connection to Torchwood. How like a lot, like towards the end of the middle of the show, they just decide to kill off everybody important to the show.
All right.
Yeah,
Torchwood. So I guess take note. It steals your soul.
So like Game of Thrones.
Keep watching Arrow though.
I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
keep
You
watching.
don't need to
and
watch
then,
Torchwood. 'cause it
so,
sucks.
so after you finish Arrow season 2, just start watching The Flash.
I was planning on watching The Flash in a bit.
Yeah, so like season 2, like it introduces Barry Allen, and like it builds up to him being the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
But then like season 1 of Flash takes place during season 3 of Arrow.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I know there's been a few crossover episodes, or at least one of them.
I only saw the first crossover. I didn't care for it.
Which one? The
That was the
Flash
one-
versus Arrow.
Yeah, Flash vs. Arrow. Like the Flash show version of the crossover was great, but then the Arrow installment
With
was like
Captain Boomerang.
the Captain Boomerang. I felt like I don't know, like Barry wasn't Barry in that one.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He's like it was like he became way too naive suddenly. Like like this guy said he didn't do it. He's like yeah, but he could be lying. He's like when did Barry become so trustworthy?
Right.
But yeah, anything else, Jake?
I also finally finished this anime that I watched like half of a few years ago, but never finished the second half. It's called Angel Beats, and I know you guys heard of it.
Keimon.
My soul. That boy, my fucking soul is gone too, man. Like that ending made me cry like a bitch.
What is Angel Beats about?
It's technically think Purgatory High School.
Interesting.
Yeah, kids die and they technically go to this. It's not really heaven or purgatory. It's like high school for all eternity. And like a lot of the kids think the high school is being run by this girl who's the student body president.
Don't spoil anything.
They think she's like out to get them and stuff. So they like have this own separate unit where they like have weapons and shit and have missions to like plot against her and stuff.
This is Purgatory?
Technically,
Yeah, this is Purgatory.
Lost
But
in
it's-
high school.
High School Purgatory. All right, I gotta start watching that. That's
it's
all right.
amazing. But
Oh.
the ending made me cry like a motherfucker. And I could tell it probably made Keimon cry too.
It did.
We're
I feel
speaking
for you, man.
anime and stuff, then Fairy Tail just reached chapter 500. Chapter 500, and it made me so psyched, but so upset,
Yeah.
but so...
Was that the ending?
It's not the ending.
Okay.
No, that was just literally beginning the ending.
That's
Okay,
spoiler
because I know
for
Fairy
Matt.
Tail was
That's
ending soon.
No, we're not spoiling it for Matt, but it is... really,
Disappointed.
really big waves of emotion.
I didn't get a hold of like more episodes of the anime because I only saw the 48 episodes that they had on Netflix.
Go and kiss anime, man. KissAnime.com. We're sponsoring this now.
There's also Bleach Kit that has like links to all the Bleach episodes, Fairy Tail episodes, One Piece, Naruto.
Also, Bleach ended. I was also sad about that. Because it ended horribly.
I feel like
I'm okay with the ending
I'm
because
okay with the
Bleach.
chips.
I liked what I saw of Bleach, but what really took me out of it was the amount of filler episodes. It's just way too much.
True, but like the manga ending, like so they just do a random ending, like you don't even know what the hell happened. Like they left so much stuff unanswered.
Yeah.
But they did at least like end it somewhat well. You got your ships together. You got everyone is like in a somewhat of a happy place.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any more episodes of the anime after the Fullbringer arc?
Nope, they stopped. They said they might make
The Fullbringer
They
arc
stopped.
kind of bored me. I pretty much lost interest after he beat Aizen.
Same. That's when they should have ended it.
I really liked Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood was my favorite.
Brotherhood?
Okay,
make
I've seen Full Metal Alchemist and I've seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay, we just want to make sure that you actually like Brotherhood because I think we're
Brotherhood's
all
the
in
one
agreement that Brotherhood is way better than
Oh,
the
yeah.
original.
Oh yeah,
Brotherhood's the one
I
that
love
actually followed
both.
the manga.
I love both, but Brotherhood is superior.
I didn't care too much for the original one because like I mean I liked it from the first half of the series when it was technically following the manga, but then like there was a lot of filler episodes in there. Like especially they spent way too much time with focusing them as kids. I think I remember like how many more episodes are there going to be with kids?
Mace's lived for at least 30 episodes. Like in the Brotherhood, I don't want to spoil anything for people, but
The Markiplier lookalike.
No.
But either way, like Brotherhood, that's one. That was I have to say that's my favorite anime until Fairy Tail ends because that's the most satisfying conclusion ever.
Oh,
And I can
yes.
live with that conclusion.
Because the original Fullmetal Alchemist, like the conclusion was very open.
They made a movie about it.
They
Yeah,
made a movie.
yeah,
They made
the
included
movie,
with the
the movie kind of like made it worse for me. I think.
Yeah, it did.
That was World War One, not World War Two.
It was.
Was it one of them had?
I want to
No.
see anime
No, it
Hitler.
was two.
It is World War Two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was it?
because it was in Germany and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitler was
Was it
in
nuts?
Fullmetal
Yeah.
Alchemist, the movie.
Did they use Zeppelins at all?
Yeah.
They might have.
Yeah.
I was just like, why is Hitler here? So yeah, that if you're
I
gonna
don't remember that. because I guess Hitler was in it, but I don't think it was significant enough.
Yeah,
for
it
me
was
to
just like a
remember it.
second.
He was a side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Brotherhood was the best
Anime
one.
Hitler.
So many good characters.
Yeah, because like the Fullmetal Alchemist movie, the original one, the ending movie was like they brought in characters that they didn't say where they've been the whole time, and then they just killed off right there.
Yep, see? Hitler
Yes,
and Fullmetal
amazing.
Okay, maybe I did. Okay, I kind of remember that shot.
Yeah, for all those of you listening, I just pulled up Full Metal Alchemist Hitler on Google Images.
There's a lot of fan art.
Don't go too
But there is an
Sexy Adolf Hitler anime.
Oh, God.
Have- Speaking of Hitler, have any of you guys seen Man in High Castle? The show?
No, I've heard of it.
It
I
is
want to see it.
fantastic.
Really?
I think it's an Amazon Prime exclusive, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. It's basically an alternate history show where Nazi Germany won World War II, and it's about the United States after that.
Is it like a historical fiction? Like it's fiction, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's, but like, it's not like a documentary though.
No, it's
No.
not. No,
Okay.
it's like a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know in New York they put up all of these signs.
Yeah. There was really big controversy when they were advertising it because what they did basically was on this one train, they decorated the inside to be like Nazi, and there were swastikas everywhere, and then
my gosh.
other cars were like like Japanese with like the rising sun flag, and there was no explanation for it.
People
You
said
should be like, the fuck?
So you just step on a train, and there's a bunch of swastikas everywhere, kind of like the swastika fountain in town here. I don't know if you guys have
I
seen that.
have not seen that.
There's a fountain in town that looks like a swastika. It's not meant to, but it does. And it looks even worse without the water in it.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'll have to show you guys that sometime.
We almost watched an Adolf Hitler movie last
We
night.
did. It was it turned out to be all in German, but it was supposed to be like a comedy of Adolf Hitler having
Who's
been
back?
frozen and awakening in the modern world and becoming a celebrity.
I
I was just like,
It was
what?
in German. We were too tired to read subtitles
Yeah.
last night.
Oh man.
So we just watched Wolfcop instead. Just, segue into that.
Yes.
There's an old British sitcom that only lasted one episode before it got canceled. It's called Heil Honey, I'm Home.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's about Hitler and his wife living in an apartment next to a Jewish family. It's a sitcom.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, one episode exists. You can watch it on YouTube. It's great.
We gotta watch this. That's
I
what
wish they would bring that back.
We're discussing this next week. Heil Honey, I'm Home.
All right, so now to talk about a topic that 4.5 of us know about. Wolfcop. We watched that last night. Jake only saw like half of it. And then
I've
we
seen
saw
the parts that matter.
Jake has seen things that we have shown him.
And Josh has seen
I
Josh
have,
has seen
I have
nothing.
not seen any of
He
this.
still has virgin eyes. Oh, what did you see?
I've heard about, the penis. I've seen worse, though.
Yeah, I've heard about
You
penis.
haven't seen it. You just
I-
heard about it. You
Yeah,
just
but
haven't
I've seen
it.
worse. I can tell you that right now.
But Matt feels highly about this movie.
I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
I
I can't say it was a great film, but I felt like, for what it was, the acting and directing was actually...
I was so surprised
Alright.
that the acting was good.
Yeah. The plot twist. I like that plot twist.
I saw the plot twist coming. I totally called it.
I did not see that coming.
don't spoil it for me. I gotta see this.
I did not see the plot twist.
But Keimon knows. I totally called that.
Yeah.
Does anyone talk about the other second scene that was
Yeah.
disturbing?
I think.
It wasn't disturbing. It was just prolonged.
And
I
random.
mean, the girl was hot at least.
It was just weirdly done. I think it's like, let's just make this like the stupidest sex scene we can in a jail cell with a werewolf and a girl. Like Little Red,
And Little
Little
Red
Red
Riding
Riding
Hood.
Hood. It's like okay.
Yeah.
It, like the symbolism in that movie.
Yeah. So, a lot of fairy tale symbolism, like the three little pigs, Little Red Riding Hood, the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. So many wolf puns. It's like, dude, you're a wolf. Cop.
He grabs his cop uniform and his gun.
Like, and no one freaked out. Like, people will occasionally will go like, oh, snap, what is that? But everyone else is just like,
Thanks, Lou.
thanks, dude, you're
Like
a
they
great
knew
cop.
who he
Why the
was.
back of your hair?
And funny thing, Josh would probably know what I'm talking about. His name is Lou Guru, which is if you guys don't know much about werewolf mythology, that Loop Guru, adding with a P after Lou, is actually just another type of werewolf. Josh knows because he's read Dresden Files like I have. It was an interesting movie, but yeah, it had, for the first 20 minutes, I have to say the movie looked like it had potential.
Yeah. And then it went crazy.
Yeah, then it just like
transformed for the first time.
It got too far its own butt.
No, the car, the Wolfcop car.
The Wolfcop car scene was like, what the heck is going on?
Why? And then he busted into the barn, and then the guy's face he ripped off, and he's
the guy's just running around with his face ripped off.
He's somehow walking around. He can see. He just walks up to the one and just starts screaming like.
That was amazing. I love that. That guy was my favorite character.
It was unnecessarily gruesome. It was unnecessarily.
I finally understand where the Hillary Clinton thing came from.
That was
way to get political, Keimon.
Oh, and for all you people out there, Wolfcop 2 will be coming in theaters this year.
Somewhere. It's a
Somewhere.
Canadian-made movie, so it might be only in theaters in Canada. Hopefully it comes to America.
Maybe it'll come to select theaters, and it'll be somewhere relatively close.
It'll be like a broadcast like NCM or something.
Yeah.
You have to pay extra to get to it, which, it'd still be worth it.
If anything, just go see the movie.
Go watch Wolfcop on Netflix, please. It'll scar you for life.
Oh, speaking of being scarred for life, I don't know how many of you were there, but I think it was last weekend. A bunch of us watched Neon Demon.
Neon fucking Demon.
I haven't seen Neon Demon, but I heard about it. Dion was telling me, like, the movie's messed up.
Very
I heard there was
fucked up aesthetics.
lesbianism, necrophilia, and necrophilia lesbianism. So,
Yeah, you gotta get over
about
it.
Infinite period.
It's okay. I've seen weirder.
Josh, what do you watch in your spare time?
I watch a lot of Alejandro Jodorowsky films.
Okay.
Josh is over here like, I've seen weirder than that. Like, what is weirder than necrophilia and lesbianism?
I could show you so much.
There's a shot in
Isn't
one of
that
my
weird,
favorite
though?
movie of all time is The Holy Mountain, and there's a shot that just comes out of nowhere, and it's this old guy with half a beard with cheetah heads for tits, and they're spraying milk out of their mouths onto this other
Sounds
guy's
like a
face.
Katy Perry music video.
Yeah, basically.
I didn't have
What?
taken enough drugs for this.
Yeah, that movie's got a lot of like Eastern religious symbolism. It's weird, and it's weirder than Neon Demon.
Alright.
Have you seen Neon Demon, though?
Yes, I've seen Neon
Oh,
Demon.
you saw it?
I didn't watch it with you guys, but I've seen the movie.
We also
'Cause
watched.
I was home that weekend.
We also watched The Clown, or at least some of us watched it. Others of us fell asleep in the middle of it, then woke up to the worst part. Not saying any names.
Y'all didn't miss it.
Right. Thank you, Mom. But what I did see, that was a completely terrifying and horrifying movie, and I do know.
It was a terrible movie.
You should see some of Eli
That
Roth's
demonic
other stuff.
I will not be hiring a clown for my child's birthday party. I will not be talking to
Oh,
clowns.
wait, that's the Eli Roth movie?
Yeah,
I think I saw the trailer for that.
It was disturbing.
It looked
The
this
part you fell asleep for.
The part I fell asleep for, I didn't see it, and I'm glad I didn't, because from what you guys make it sound like it was good to not watch. But when I woke up and did see some of that, I was just messed up.
Yeah, it was.
College is ruining Ryan.
Yes.
Ryan was a sheltered child before this, just like me, and then
Sheltered from
And then
SpongeBob.
we're getting ruined together.
Yes, I never watched SpongeBob, people, just so you know.
Yeah, we need to at least watch the first SpongeBob movie.
He also does.
Someone's
Nobody
knocking on the door.
Ooh, someone's knocking on the
Another
door.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Another
Oh,
special
hi, guys.
guest.
Hey, Ryan.
Hi.
Riley.
Hi, where are you, man? Oh, there you are. Can I have a sheet of blank printer paper?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we have Riley asking for a sheet of blank printer paper.
Riley,
Hi, Riley.
what
You're on a
book did you read
podcast.
over the week?
We're
Notebook.
podcasting.
We're podcasting right now.
Oh.
Did you read a book or watch
Well,
a
I'm
movie or
reading
something?
my book for film class.
What's that?
Intro to... I don't even know.
Oh, you're
Alright.
not
reading
ready?
it, though.
That's
Oh, I
nice
should
stuff.
probably do that.
Yeah, we have a quiz Friday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of the readings for this class.
It's not good to admit to the internet.
I know, it's okay.
Nobody-
The internet's not my teacher. So.
The internet can relate to us.
Right.
Nobody
So
read
there's 3 readings.
Yeah.
2 of them are really short, easy, really easy.
I know chapter 1 is really long. And that's
It's
why I
like
didn't do it.
47 pages.
Yeah, that's why I
Not
didn't do it.
Yeah.
I read
Alright.
like 30.
Guys, what I'm doing is I'm making a little poster for Dion, and we're all gonna sign it, okay? Because he's a little lonely today. It's his birthday.
It's his birthday. It's
Yeah, so
Yeah, we're all doing a podcast.
Alright, so I'm gonna make that now.
Is
We
it
should
planned before that?
yeah. We should do a special birthday segment for Tino.
You're probably not listening right now, DM, but if you are, we'd all like to wish you a special happy birthday.
Happy 9/11.
I'm
first
guy.
Josh over here.
I hope he's not listening.
See you, Riley.
Josh! Okay, since that happened, thank you to the many people who responded to 9/11 and
everyone who just helped everyone else and just really
It was a national.
it was a national tragedy that
never
Yeah.
forget. Actually, since we're going into that, I did see something on Instagram today, a comic with Spider-Man and several of the Avengers having responded to 9/11.
Oh, I read that one. It's Amazing Spider-Man 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just looking at that, it was really interesting. Like, you see at one point there's this lady that's running by and she's like, where were you heroes? What were you doing? Why didn't you stop this from happening? And it's just like, it was just interesting to see.
It's all from Peter's perspective, which for me I love because people complain that Peter's like an angsty guy. It's like he beats himself up. Everything's his fault. But seeing it from his perspective for the 9/11 event was I felt like it was very interesting and definitely
Right.
hard.
New York's his city.
Yeah, New York's his city is very heartbreaking to read.
Yeah.
So what was he doing at
He just couldn't respond in time.
Yeah.
Uh,
what was he gonna
It
do?
happened so
He's a-
suddenly. I don't think he had.
yeah.
But what was he going to do anyway? It's a plan.
Right. Yeah. He's
9/11? Shoot all the spiderweb.
he. It's not like he has super strength or is invincible. He can't just stop a plane like Superman can.
Mhm. So, brighter topic that we're gonna move into. So yeah, real quick before we go into Superfight.
Superfight.
What rating would you give Wolfcop? Out of 10
Haven't
stars.
seen
I'd
it out
give
of
it
10.
like
I give it a 6.
I'd give it like a 6.5 on like everything, but enjoyability I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, judging it as a serious movie from a critical perspective, probably like a 5.5, but enjoyment-wise, considering we all enjoy a lot of stupid shit around here, I'd say 7.5, 8-ish.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I think that's a good rating.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10 enjoyability. In terms of actual being good, 4.5.
It was more like a 3 out of 10 for actually being
True.
good.
It was like
Yeah,
it was like a good bet.
It had a good first 20 minutes, but then after that, just kind of it goes down real fast. But yeah, now to talk about something that we can all relate to, a game that I brought over on Tuesday and introduced everyone is Superfight.
Superfight.
Got really addicted.
Basically,
I'm so bad at it.
Cards
What's
Against
fun?
Humanity on crack, and there's several debating involved in it.
Chuck Norris beat Mike Tyson.
I don't think so, because there's an unlimited amount of Mike Tysons.
But Chuck Norris is riding a dragon with unlimited bows.
Okay,
and
so
arrows.
basically what this game is that it's exactly what it sounds like. It's Superfight. It's like Cards Against Humanity with the black and white cards, but the white cards have heroes or just like people on it, and then the black cards have abilities.
And it's nowhere near as offensive as Cards Against Humanity.
Right, it's nowhere near as offensive, which, I mean, the offensiveness of Cards Against Humanity is fun.
Yeah.
But it's, you build a hero, and it's semi-random, and you debate on who would win.
Yeah.
And then
Then you have a judge that kind of makes the final call.
right.
It's hard to do
Depending on it depends on the judge. Like, sometimes they'll be serious and say, "Hey, these people will actually win in this fight." Sometimes they'll be stupid with Helen Keller, who has the power of can't see.
Or Ryan thinking highly of himself with jackhammer arms.
Well, okay, I can totally beat Death himself and somebody who's essentially God.
I don't think you could beat
Hey,
that.
Morgan Freeman God though. That
I
one of
won,
that.
yeah.
What was I was arguing against something like that. Oh, 3 UNs.
3 U.S. France. We also have 2 expansion packs. We have Kevin's challenge pack, which
Which basically, we use it as a tiebreaker. It comes down to 2 or 3 opponents. We just bring out the challenge deck so instead of fighting each other, they'd be doing something else like laser tag or volleyball tournament or even beauty pageant contest.
and then I bought the anime deck, which was some of it's pretty funny, and some of it is just it's Japanese people. You expect this from anime.
Yeah, they actually have 2 expansions. So like, the one expansion, because I have the core deck expansion, which I mixed in with the core deck. So just you probably won't even be able to tell unless you look at the logo.
Right.
I have the Superfight Super Box, which is that big box. So it originally came in like a smaller box for the core deck. So the Super Box holds all the expansions. So it came with 20 extra cards in there, like 20 super cards, quote unquote. Like they got the character cards. You got like Superman, Super Bat, like or something like that. They're like attributes like is super bad, has super strength, something like that. But then then also the challenge deck. But yeah, was there? The biggest controversial fight we had was Mike Tyson versus Chuck Norris.
No, here's what
Matt
it was.
is super salty about that.
I won.
Chuck Norris on a dragon versus a bunch of different Mike Tysons all armed with bow and arrows.
No. Chuck Norris was armed with a bow and arrow with unlimited arrows.
And he was on a dragon, while Mike Tyson could infinitely clone himself, but each one would get smaller.
Yeah,
but he
can
could grow
match
back
the
to the size.
match the opponent's size.
But you come back. But
He could just keep cloning himself, and there'd be so many Mike Tysons that it'd just cover the world.
But a
But
fucking
is that
dragon.
Yeah, one dragon.
Chuck Norris beats anything.
Does he? Except Bruce Lee.
Except Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon.
I actually saw the
no
movie.
no one brought a Bruce Lee card, so
Bruce Lee's dead.
I think there is a Bruce Lee card.
there it is.
There is.
But yeah, Matt got really upset about me winning.
I wasn't
that.
really upset. I was just.
No,
irritated.
you kept arguing.
You're welcome.
Like
I was
when-
the judge for that one.
I think
Chuck
Jake made the wrong
Norris.
choice completely, but
Yeah.
you know.
When Ryan chose the sea monster that could eat planet.
And I was my opponent. Well, I was my opponent's worst fear, right?
Yeah.
That was
So I was just like, whatever you fear, like so.
What does sea monster fear?
The sun.
The sun.
The desert.
not being in water. I don't know.
Sushi chefs.
Lack of water.
Okay, so how are you gonna turn into that? Like, oh, I turned into air. Okay.
I could just beat you however I wanted to, right? I mean, your worst fear, whatever your worst fear would be.
No, but I liked it when Alex
No
got
water.
he got I can't remember
was
what it was. But it was
And I had, in that round, he was death. And
you
then,
were like the
but,
goddamn pure.
so I was whatever Death's greatest fear was, which would be death.
Wasn't that Death's
I don't know
greatest-
what it'd be, but I got.
He was also made of pure energy.
Maybe
I was
his
a
greatest
sophomore.
fear is life.
Yeah, and then you guys had to bring out the challenge deck for that one, so it just ended up being a volleyball tournament. And we all agreed that pure energy could be.
That, and I was the worst fear, a pro volleyball team.
Superfight. We have to play that more often.
Yeah, we still need to try the anime deck.
Yes. We should actually have a podcast playing Superfight.
We should.
We should.
Just listen to all of us idiots argue over who's gonna win.
I won.
Should it be a video podcast just so they could see what all our cards say and stuff?
I don't have a camcorder because I only have a DSLR, but they only record up to like 15 minutes at a time.
I got
So,
it.
and
My,
audio, wait, you
my
have a camcorder?
DSLR, my
Okay.
DSLR can record as long as there's memory. So if we can, if
But
we,
DSLR stop after 15 minutes of recording.
not mine.
Really?
Right.
That's interesting.
I've recorded for longer than that. Rich boy. It's the Rebel T5. I think, so.
Okay, and I got a shotgun mic that we can use too.
Yeah.
So
And I have a cord that can plug it in. There's a free software that allows you to record directly onto the computer.
okay,
So
yeah, we'll have to do that then.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to create our own YouTube channel. We created our own YouTube channel.
Kellogg's.
I'm not sure if I should need to create a SoundCloud specifically for this or just use the one I have right now. I think I'll just use the one I have right now. If we get more popular, then I'll transfer it all over to the another account.
and I told you my idea about doing a D&D campaign at some point.
Yeah,
we can do
D&D
that.
podcast.
Like the I have an adventure module and it's up and it works up to 4 players, so I can DM for you guys if you guys want.
Yep. No, we want to do D&D. It's just that we haven't gotten around to making character sheets yet.
Right.
I'll print them off.
Because I think that just the last 3 weeks we've been busy.
Homework. Who needs it?
College life, am I right?
No, I was busy writing for OSR because the past 2 days because I was writing the web series Housing. They make I'm writing the season 2 premiere for that. So tonight I'll be hearing feedback about that script because
what time's the meeting?
8 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, in the lounge. So yeah, we'll be seeing how that goes, and I'm also pitching another script that I wrote.
Yeah, I'm excited. Housing season 2 sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's good. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Are there any new characters involved?
Me,
Keimon.
I'm a new
No one
character.
wants to come on.
Keimon's gonna be a quiet character.
I'll do a new character if they need another one, but I'm more interested in the production side, like writing and
You know
shooting.
what I mean?
and
I mean, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be acting in it. I just
Right.
put my name as a character as a placeholder
Mhm.
until like
Like, I could be the
Hey,
character.
I'll be an
if you
actor
want.
if you guys need one.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask if I could be one.
we,
Yeah,
we
talk
need
to-
to use Alex's
talk
voice.
to Emma. 'Cause it's her
Yes.
web series, so
Yeah,
Alex's voice.
Emma or Matthew, who lives on the second floor.
For those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, which you probably don't, we're talking about this club that's at our college where it's like a show that they make
Yeah,
based
web
on
series.
dorm life.
Yeah, if you look up Housing OSR on YouTube, there should be 4 episodes on there that you can watch. Episodes 1 and 3 are like, even the showrunners have told me like it's not that great. First one was just something like, oh, we need to come up with something to do, and then they just made that. And episode 3 was like an April Fool's joke. But episodes 2 and 4 were definitely, I've been told, the best one, and I watched them too. Like, yeah, they're pretty good. So, so I'm assuming we're reaching the end of the podcast.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
kind of running
check
out.
Yeah, we're running out of things to say.
Check the time mark.
No,
Like,
it's
What?
3:04.
It's probably about like
You got about an hour.
Oh, I gotta put in my password.
because you let
Oh,
the
please
laptop
somebody-
fall asleep again.
No, I hope it's still recording.
tell the whole audience your password.
Yeah, it's still recording. Yeah, we just reached the 1 hour mark.
1 hour. All right.
Happy birthday!
Before we go, is there anything that we're planning on watching or reading this week at all?
Fairy tale.
Fairy tale for one.
what do I got over
I'm-
here?
What else? I'm gonna continue Spider-Verse.
I'm gonna, continue reading that Amazing Spider-Man volume that you gave me, and I'm gonna plan on finishing Batman Earth 1.
Okay. How far are you into that Amazing Spider-Man volume? Just 2 issues still?
I read the third one.
Okay.
It's in there too, so still not too far.
Okay.
What about?
I'm planning on reading this comic called Joe the Barbarian. I'm not sure if it's just the first issue because it doesn't say that anywhere, or if it's like a whole thing. But I read the first chapter. It seems pretty interesting. I guess it's about a kid who gets like trapped in like a fantasy world. So we'll see how that goes. We'll talk about it next week.
I plan on continuing watching Arrow starting season 2, and I plan on, I think at the comic shop we went to a few days ago, they finally had something I've been looking for a while, like the complete season 7 and 8 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in comic form, because after season 7 of the show, they continued the show in comic form, except it's all separate issues from what I have around my area, but I finally found it in like one complete thing, like all the issues of season 7 and season 8 in one volume.
That's kind of like what they did with Smallville. How there's 10 seasons of the show, but they have a comic called Smallville Season 11, which
Yeah.
it's not that good.
Yes.
I heard it wasn't that great.
It's
8,
not
9,
good.
and 10 in comic form now.
What about you, Keimon? What are you gonna be watching? Stuff.
Fairy tale.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fairy tale.
me and Kevin are going to binge watch Supergirl.
Yeah, I'll try
At
it.
some point.
I want to see Daredevil Season 2 because I've also only seen Season 1. So
Yeah. I haven't
I'll
seen
binge
any
watch
of-
that with you.
I'm thinking about.
Can I watch Supergirl with you guys? I haven't seen
X-Files?
any.
X Files is super good.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you a while.
Yeah,
I
there's
know
so
that.
many episodes.
Yeah.
We're not gonna see you for a while.
Oh.
Right.
Bye guys.
Bye,
I'm
man.
gone.
He won't be here next week or the week after or the rest of the year. But yeah, as far as for me, like Ryan said, we're gonna binge watch Supergirl one night, just pull an all-nighter or something.
Yeah.
I forgot what comics I'm gonna be picking up this week, but I know for sure I'm gonna try to get through my volumes that I have, which is Descender Volume 4, Flash Volume. No, 2. Volume 2. Sorry.
What's that man? I know what's that man.
No, there's only 2 volumes so far. Third volume might be coming out soon though. I have Flash Volume 7, which is of the New 52 series, which is actually loved so far. And I've got the Watchmen comics that I need to read.
Oh, I love those.
I heard good things about Watchmen.
It's
I
so
love-
good. Alan Moore is one of my favorite comic writers.
I love
of all
Alan.
time.
I've only read The Killing Joke, and I hear Alan Moore says that it's his least favorite work that he's done because it's not actually about social problems.
Right.
Whereas Watchmen kind of focuses on.
I love Watchmen. He did V
That's
for
my
Vendetta.
favorite graphic novel of all time.
Watchmen.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super good. He did V for Vendetta. He's working on a new one that's apparently super long, just about his hometown.
I thought he would retire from comics.
No, he's doing a new one now.
Oh, okay. I thought I just heard yesterday or something he says he's retired.
Probably after the super long one.
Okay. Have any of you guys heard of the book Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell?
I think
No.
I've heard the title, but I don't know what it's about.
I listened to that audiobook. I finished it over Labor Day weekend. So don't read it. It's not that great. But basically, it's a teen young adult romance that's set in the 80s. So like it was interesting because the main guy was a comic book nerd. So like he would be like the author would be referencing like Watchmen specifically because the whole book takes place while Watchmen is coming out. So and I don't know why I decided to talk about it because Watchmen's in it. All right. Do you guys have any like Twitter accounts that people can follow you at?
I don't have a Twitter.
Well, you can
Or
subscribe,
something public?
Subscribe to Keimon Hamilton on YouTube.
I have Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at FireYouRed for all three of them.
I have an Instagram that I rarely use. If you want to follow me, I don't remember what my username is. Let me look at that.
Yeah, while Josh is looking at that, I have a Twitter account you can follow me on. It is Author Klau, so it's AuthorKlau.
Oh yeah, and to spell FireYouRed for me, it's FireUred.
Kilgore Trout 77. Kilgore Trout, as in the recurring Kurt Vonnegut character.
Oh,
in Psych.
What?
In Psych.
No, Kurt Vonnegut, the author.
Oh wait,
In his books, he has a recurring character called Kilgore Trout.
Yeah. No. There's another character in Psych towards the end that's called Trout.
Yeah, that might have been a reference to that too.
We'll get the child later. He's horrible.
We should make Psych a podcast.
Don't spoil. I'm only on season 4.
Are you watching it right now?
Yeah, he's watching it right now. So.
Bruh, we need to watch it together. We need to binge watch Psych with you.
Okay, so do you want binge watch Psych before Supergirl, or do you want Supergirl first?
I kind of Supergirl.
It's only one season.
You're getting to the point where it's really good the show, but then there's a point where it does trail.
I mean, Psych doesn't have much of a plot. It's just
I
more like
guess Supergirl comes back
It's like
in a couple weeks, so I'm
same thing every episode.
I was gonna binge watch Supergirl so I can catch up with it when it comes back on. So
okay,
gotcha, fam.
Yeah, that comes back on.
You heard it here first, folks. We're gonna watch Supergirl over the week. Hopefully.
Yes.
Do I have to?
Yes,
You don't have to. You don't want to.
You just might not have anything to talk about.
Flash season 1.
Yes.
Sure.
All right,
Alright, guys. Well, join us next week. Same bat time, same bat place.
Yeah, more nerds than mics. That's what it's called. Maybe I'll make a Facebook page out of it. Maybe not. All right, see you guys. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah,